What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Turbo today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 23rd day of June. Here we are at about $0.0327 right now. 9 hours, 17 minutes left in the day, up 5%, having a little bit of a recovery from yesterday's low, as is the rest of the market. Nice to see. I think we're putty in Bitcoin's hands because every time I see this thing move up and move down, move up and move down, everything's following suit, right? Let's look at this on a short-term time frame, and then we'll zoom back out to the daily. Okay. Actually, before we do, I just want to look here. Low to high. Come on now. There we go. Okay, cool. I want to put a line right here. I'm going to put a nice white line right there. Okay, there we go. And we're going to delete it. There we go. Bam. We'll leave it there. 1 hour time frame. 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. Let's do that. Yeah, okay, there you go. I'm glad we did that. Looking at this here, double top, bearish divergence, right? Lower highs, higher highs, the whole thing. Lower highs with the RSI, higher highs with the price. Bearish divergence. Damn it. We're not on the... We need to be on something with volume. We don't need volume. We'll just do it without volume. We'll free vol it today, okay? We're going to free vol and... bearish divergence, typically, that would imply that you would go down to where the divergence started, where it formed, was right here. You'll probably go down to 0.0317. You're at 0.0327 right now, so just a little bit, a fraction of a penny, right, down there. You could go lower. If we're looking at this as a relative high, and I am considering it as a relative high, this is very possibly a relative low. I think that you have found your low, being that was the overall 0.5, right? 382 is up here, 0.5 was there where you found support. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. It makes so much sense that you would go right down there. Now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. You might not interact with this line. I would expect that you do at least go down to 0.0319. Okay, at least right there at the 382, you'll bounce. Very, very common in strong moves. Relatively speaking, it's a strong move on the 15-minute time frame to bounce off the 382. It's also very common in non-strong moves, which is debatable. You know, it's not really that large of a move. Maybe it's not a strong move. You could go just below the 382. And going just below the 382 is right there, right at prior areas of support, right? Prior areas of support and right where the bearish divergence started, okay? So it would actually make a lot of sense to go down to 0.03169 to 0.032, somewhere in that zone there, all right? That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, 0.00319. 0.00319 to 0.03169, okay? Somewhere in that zone there. If you were to go lower, and it's okay if you go lower, by the way, it's not a problem. But if you do go lower, golden ratio awaits. It'll give you a nice warm embrace at about 0.003, 0.0304, 0.0307777, right? So somewhere in that area. It'll likely hold you up as support, and then you go higher. I doubt you go below this low. If you go lower than that, cool. You'll probably find support down here, and then you'll continue to move up. So not a problem either way. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame here. Delete this white line. Oh, delete it. Come on. There we go. Okay, from a high here, yeah, high here right there, maybe, come on now, right there, high to low, 382, perfect, yeah, 382, down to the 236, and then up. Where's that 236? Right there at 0.03169. It's multiple things are pointing to that. That's where the bearish divergence formed on the 15-minute time frame. That's just below your 382. It's right there where your 236 is, and it's super common to do exactly this maneuver where you find resistance, you wick above the 382, and then you pull back below it, right? Just like you would wick below it and then pull back up above it if we were talking about going to the downside. Find support at the 236 up to your golden ratio. Very common, typical behavior, okay? And what's great about that, look at this. It's talking about typical. You guys remember what this white line is, right? That white line that we drew, that is the 382 of the overall move. And what did I just say? I said it's super common to wick above the 382 and close below it, right? You wick above it, close below it. Well, if you hit the golden ratio and you find resistance there, maybe, you know, tomorrow on Tuesday, you'll wick above the 382, the white line. You'll wick above it and probably close below it to find support down here and then continue. It's so perfect. It is so... I'm looking at the future right now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you're looking to trade Turbo, there's actually a very tradable opportunity here, okay? You could sell here if you want to. I mean, it's probably not worth it to sell because we're talking about like not even a 3% drop, so nothing. I mean, well, actually, wait. It would be more than a 3% drop. It would be... like a 4, not even, maybe about a 4% drop from here. If you wanted to, cool, but I mean, the fees will eat you up too, depending on what you're trading on. If you do time the low, let's say you buy at 0.032, and you don't wait for the absolute low, you catch a 13% move at the golden ratio, or more. And then from there, probably catch a 5 to 8% drop, buy back, and then double down and get that overall. I mean, you could get another 15% pump there to 20% pump, because after you find support, this is the road ahead. Oh man, I'm just thinking forward. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Lower 003169, 3168, somewhere in around there. Then you're going to go higher to 0036 to 0037. Then you're going to go lower back to 00349 to 0033. Then you're going to go higher back up to 0039 to 004. Then you'll probably come back down to 0036, 0037, and then after that, all that little wig wagging. I know it sounds like I'm just talking nonsense, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is exactly what happens, guys. Here, there, here, there, here, explosion time, right? Moving up, higher highs, higher lows, the whole shebang, getting overbought and consistent readings, doing your thing, hidden bullish divergences, whatever you might find, and they continue to grow. And it could be as early as Wednesday by the time that you are up 40% or more. And not only that, you wouldn't just be up 40%, you'd be taking profits and double dipping along the way. I might have to trade Turbo, man. I might have to. Because it just looks perfect. It really looks perfect. Just because it looks perfect the way I'm drawing it doesn't mean it has to happen that way, but I wouldn't be. Let's just see how well you respect your fibs here, okay? How about that? Let's go low to high. Come on, low to high. Low to high right there. 1272, 786, 886, 1414, 100. You're so perfect. You're so perfect. You respect your fibs, man. You do. 4 hour time frame. Not bullish divergence, but still finding support around the lows that you normally find support at, okay? I do think just being where we are overall in the markets right now, I think that you have found your low. And again, if you go a little bit lower, it's okay, but I doubt that you go lower than that. Lower than the current price, but lower than this low, I don't think so. 1 hour, 10 minutes left. If you close around here, you're looking to reject the 50. Rejecting the 50 is okay. You just want to find support at the 40, and if not there, find support at the oversold zone, okay? And that's fine if you do that. I mean, the oversold would probably take you back down to 0029, but that's okay, man. And then from there, we're going to recover. Looking at this on a daily time frame, talking about more than just a 40% pump. Let's get it, okay? Looking at the prior all-time highs to the lows here. All-time highs from December. Back when I told you guys it was going to dump, man. That's what you get. Whenever everybody was bullish on Turbo, I remember everybody kept asking because it got listed on Coinbase. Didn't it get listed on Binance? It got listed on Binance. We got all these big listings that just happened. And I'm like, dude, that's not a good thing. If you get mass amounts of exchanges listing, like one exchange scares me. You listed on all of them and you haven't dumped yet, you're going to dump massive, like 60% or more. And we did. How much did we dump overall, actually? High to low, let's see. High to low, 90%. That exceeded my expectations. That's for damn sure. And I want to say I was bearish maybe even before that high there, right? And everybody was laughing at me. Oh, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. And then whenever it happens, none of them come back to say sorry. I want an apology, damn it. We can be friends. You can talk. I talk smack with my friends. Doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. You don't have to run away and be scared. I own it when I make a mistake. But you guys, not you guys, not you people who are watching, but the people who talk smack, the shitheads out there, they never own it whenever they make mistakes, man. They never own it whenever I'm right. They'll just come out and laugh whenever I'm wrong, which is fine. I laugh too, man. It's fine. But let's get away from that. Let's talk about where we're going. Golden ratio down to the 382, very common behavior. 786, 886 is where you're going, okay? Very early July. I wouldn't be surprised if Turbo kicked up the pace and went into supersonic speeds, going up to about 0.087 to about 1.1 cents, $0.087 to 1.1 cents, something on the lines of 160 to a 230% move, 240% move, very early in July. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's what you have going for you. I might have to buy some Turbo, man. I'm talking about buying some XCM, but damn, man, I'm talking. There's so many cryptos that look good, man, and Turbo. I very much believe Turbo will see new all-time highs. I think we're going to see new all-time highs in July. Okay, that's the expectation that I have. The minimum target here is an 8x. Maximum target is something on the lines of an 18x. Okay. The only thing is, I'm looking at cryptos that I think have more potential than that, even on a minimum standard and a maximum standard, right? But as far as short term goes, like the first week or two of July, I think this thing might just dominate and outperform. It's going to really captivate the eye. You're going to be right here at prior all-time highs, just right in this zone, consolidate, and then get ready to rip and run going into the end of July, maybe even August. If it's not, sorry, that's my daughter. She's having fun or something. I don't know. Hopefully she's having fun. I think she's having fun. She just likes to sing, and it sounds like yelling whenever she sings because she's just a little one. She's learning, but 2.7 cents to 6.2 cents would be the prospective area. And if you're not there by the end of July, certainly you'd be there in August, I would think. So that's really all I got, guys. It's exciting to see this thing finding its low, doing its thing, right? But you're probably going to come down just a little bit, then you're going to go up a lot, and then you're going to come down a little bit and up a lot. You know, we got the whole, I think we've got the roadmap planned out for this pretty well up until you see those relative extensions there. But anyways, I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I should bookmark this video and check back and see how accurate that up down was. It might be very tradable, man. All right, bye bye.